Hello Grebos and welcome back to downloadable content, and it must be Monday because it is Mod Showcase Monday. This week I'm showing you some fantastic mods to help enhance your Star Wars experience, so you're not going to want to miss it. So without further ado, let's start some wars. Our first mod on the list is the Outer Rim by Alex. And of course, this wouldn't be Star Wars if I didn't show you, well, where to get all the Star Wars stuff. In your book, if you scroll down, you'll see the Outer Rim. You have blasters, kyber crystals, lightsabers, and another Outer Rim section which gives you things like, different equipment, thermal detonators, jetpacks, back to sims, and what have you. I would be remiss if I didn't say, there's also helmets and whatnot, but I hope that you guys have seen the Outer Rim at the very least. From here, you can choose your favorite lightsaber, and then you can even go into kyber crystals and select the kyber tool. From there, you can knock the little crystal out that's in there already, grab a new one, and plop it right in there. And now you've changed your color. Of course, you can grab blasters, and they're fantastic. Unfortunately, right now, the NPCs can't use these blasters because of the way the game is built, which is a little upsetting. But the cool thing is these lightsabers can deflect these blaster bolts, so when the NPCs could use it, oh man, it was unreal. This bad boy here is my absolute favorite, the Tusken Raider rifle. Let me show you something. You can run up to your favorite NPC, stab them, and disintegrate. Oh, it's so cool. Look at the jetpack. Let's equip this. Now look at me. I am wearing a jetpack. So when I jump with it, I can fly jetpack style. This is pretty cool, man. So if you had some blasters around now. Pew, 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 pew. And of course, jump again to turn that off and you will fall to the ground. So be careful. And you can take the jetpack off the same way you would remove a quiver. We have things like electro binoculars, you can see something really far away, or extremely up close. You need the Outer Rim. There's something in here for everyone, including, well, thermal detonators. Enjoy! Another great thing is that the Outer Rim gives us new levels to go to. So, without further ado, let's do the rest of this in Naboo. Look how fancy these maps are. So no matter where you want to fight, you need the Outer Rim. It gives you amazing weapons, items, and you can't go wrong slaying some Siths. Up next we have Star Wars NPCs and Avatars by St. Baron. This mod does have requirements. You need to download the custom avatar framework, so make sure you have that. But it gives you amazing waves in the book, new things to fight, new people to be. So if I was to go into my book and go to my avatar selection, look, 125 avatars. Look at all these things. You could play as your favorite hero or fight against your most favorite villain. It is fantastic. This way you can always have the high ground. And if you're done playing as your favorite hero, go ahead and reset that custom avatar. Let's fight against a droid assault. Roger, roger. It's a shame that they don't have blasters right now. They used to have blasters like back in the day. So spawning these type of guys is just a little hilarious, but it gets the job done. This current pack still has the normal sound effects for the Blade and Sorcery guys, and they're gonna leak fluids. Let's battle Darth Maul. Darth Maul, you think this is a game? I assure you, this is no game. We're gonna try and get him. Ready? Punch in face, jump over him, and then cut in half, right? He blocked it. But the avatars look really cool. Like, look at him. That looks like Darth Maul. Like, I'm like, whoa, whoa, Darth Maul, chill. But of course, Darth Maul, all good things must come to an end for you. Yeah, he's not gonna come back from that one. And when I say you can fight everyone, I mean everyone. So get your favorite blasters, lightsabers, and avatars, and go to work. Up next we have Survivable Dismemberment by Total Concentration. This does exactly what you want it to. Dismember while keeping them alive. So imagine you're engaged in like a proper, duel. This man's like, I'm engaged. Oh boy. Well, cut. You're having yourself a proper Star Wars duel, and then of course, you best him. He's lost the leg, but he still writhes around in jolly cooperation, YouTube. He's not suffering. This is for educational purposes. and then you could just stand over him. And, you know, is it the Jedi way to finish him off? Who knows? We're not Jedi, we're just a man with a lightsaber. But this adds so much, not to just the game, but to the Star Wars ambiance and feel, because I can really just be like, hey, good, and then go for the hand. And he's like, oh my god, my hand, I'm never gonna become like my favorite friend Luke Skywalker or whatever. Survivable Dismemberment. You absolutely need to have it. Up next, we have an extension to the Outer Rim called the Outer Rim Force Sensitive. This gives you, well, more or less Jedi powers. So if I was to do like a normal jump, I can go, hup, normal jump. With Force Sensitive, I can hold the jump button and go really high. So if I was running and then jumped, whoa, look how high I just jumped. Oh, hey. So that leads to really cool moves like this. Jumping really high and then suffer. Another great thing is it actually enhances your gravity as well. So if we select the gravity spell and use one hand, I can just be like, be gone! Look at that force push right there. Wasn't that very powerful? Blam! So if these NPCs aren't well versed in the force, you can absolutely obliterate them. And launching yourself works even better. Woo! This is very fun to do. Whoops! So don't be that sensitive, but get force sensitive. Up next, we have Neck Snap, or Neck Snapping by RaveLizard, by the way. This one is pretty straightforward. Let's spawn a person, grab them here, so as long as you're grabbing them here and then you use the trigger, well, you can snap the neck. It's pretty much an instant kill, but why does it enhance your Star Wars experience? Well, allow me to show you. If you're using Mod Configurator, you can go in here and find Neck Snap. You could change things to how you want. So I have always telekinesis on, and I've changed, like, you know, some of this stuff to where I found it's really easy to snap necks. So without any other spells selected, I can just reach to where I'm going to, and the telekinesis is always on. So if I was like, you have betrayed me for the last time, now I can lift them, you know, with no telekinesis spell, really using the force. I could snap his neck, or I could just kind of just go, boom! And push him away. But the real fun is using telekinesis to snap a neck. So if I telekinesis the neck area, and depending on what you are using, I have to use the use button plus the trigger. So if you're on index, you have to use the thumb pad plus the trigger. And if you're on the Oculus, you have to use like the A button plus the trigger. But you just go like this and neck snap. You are done. So if you're engaged in another epic Star Wars duel like this, I could be like, force you, snap neck, toss him, pick him up again, and then we could be the ultimate force user. Neck snap. You must have this. It enhances your gameplay. It's more of like Sith behavior for sure, but come on. I feel like we're all Siths at heart. Up next, we have Latent by Lyneca. This is a spell that's kind of hidden. It's not in your spell wheel anymore. It actually works when you have no spells selected. So you install it, and then you just kind of press and hold the trigger, and then look at it. Do you see all these little force molecules around? That's me manipulating the force. You also have like little feedback. So this is a full extension. This really does feel like the force. Look at this person. Ready? A Sith. But are you a Sith? Force push! And depending on how much actual force you give is how far it's going to go. So I can do a little force like, boop. And you could juggle NPCs. Dun, 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 juggle NPCs. Oh, well, I'm bad at juggling. And what I really love to do is force crush them. And then once I'm done is, you know, I just force swipe them away. So no matter how many Siths come after you, always know that you have Latent force to defeat them. So if you want to be Star Wars man, what's that guy? Darth Vader or whatever, you could just be like, boop. Feel the power of the force. You know, it's really great to do. Force crush. Don't pick that up. Boop. I am a very powerful force wielder. There's nothing you can do. Say goodbye. Our penultimate entry today is Automail by EmClear. Why is it on this list? Because it perfectly fits in for your Star Wars ambiance. You see my metal arm right here? A lot of people ask about it. You see, I lost my arm in an epic duel, and I was able to replace it with this awesome metal one provided by EmClear, and let me tell you, this is absolutely fantastic. You can go into the book and scroll down to the armor category, and you'll have Automail right here. So what this does, you can say I can have both arms, steel. You have your entire arm. You can have like a little piece from your forearm down and keep most of your arm. So you can really, pick and choose what you want. I think what would be awesome if the NPCs can also sometimes spawn with this, like an Automail arm. And I really want to see maybe an Automail leg. That would be pretty sick. But it would be dope if the NPCs can spawn with it. And if you're playing with armor detection plus self-collision on, it really works. Now granted, I don't recommend blocking like a lightsaber with this one, but I guess if you really had to, you could always get an extra metal arm if you really wanted to. But look at this! I will block your strikes with my metal arm. Look at this! Metal arm block! Metal arm block! Punch in face! It's really exciting to use a metal arm. Very exciting. Punch. Okay, they've seen enough. Yeah, so this is metal arm. Next snap. Our final mod today is Merge's Spell Up by Neeshka. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this one is primarily for the one spell that comes with it. It does other things, but I want to focus on the Star Wars of it all. So normally in Blade Sorcery, if you select Lightning in one hand, that's lightning. Whoa, pretty cool. And of course, you can do it in both hands. And when you merge the lightning, well, of course, it becomes unlimited power. But with Merge's Spell Up, I can select the lightning merge, and I have the merge now in one hand. And look at this. One hand lightning merge, and I'm just like firing something. That's sick. You could be Goku, you could be Palpatine, but you're a powerful force wielder with this. It even enables you to fly if you really want to. Come on, fly. You're supposed to shoot me upwards. There we go. So it works as like gravity hover as well. And when I say unlimited power, I mean unlimited power. There's nothing they can do. They cannot withstand this at all. Look at him suffering. I'm trying to block it, but I'm suffering. Bye, Mace Windu. And the fun doesn't stop there. For true unlimited power is merging both of these spells up into one magnificent spell. And watch the lightning around you get called down. Just look how powerful of a force user I am now. All these goons won't stand a chance against me. Look at the lightning obliterating them. This is one of my favorite spells, honestly. You're so powerful, the merge is fantastic, and when you're done, unlimited power! Well, my friends, that is it for this week's Mod Showcase Monday. I hope you had a ton of fun. Make sure you download these mods, all linked in the description. And since you're down there, why not subscribe if you haven't already? It's free. Click the little button, subscribe, and we will have some fun. But other than that, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by. I am Rob from Downloadable Content, and other than that, I will see you in the next video.